In my kitchen here at camp, you will find several Dutch ovens in various sizes. I like to use these to bake desserts and to make dinner, such as lasagna or tri-tip, anything that you can make in the oven. In a baking pan, you can also make in a Dutch oven over a bed of coals. So today I want to share 4 of my favorite Dutch oven dessert recipes that we've been making here at camp. The first dessert that we're making today is called chocolate Revel bars. These are one of my personal favorites because it has a lot of chocolate and then a layer of oats on the top and the bottom. The oatmeal mixture is just your basic flour, butter, sugar, eggs, and oatmeal, and then the filling is chocolate chips, a sweetened condensed milk, some butter, and some vanilla extract. I also added some walnuts for texture, and then I ended up leaving this on the coals for too long and it got a little bit toasty, so the extra crunch from the walnuts wasn't really needed, but these disappeared really fast, even though they were a little bit overbaked. I am making all of these desserts based off of a little chart that I found online. It tells you how many pieces of charcoal that you need for the size of Dutch oven that you have, and also for the bake time that you need. I will leave a link for this little chart in the description box below so that you guys can check it out as well.
No, it's hot.
For our second dessert, I'm going to make some strawberry bars using some strawberry pie filling. For the dough in this recipe, I'm just using the basic flour, butter, sugar, eggs, and vanilla, and then also some baking powder for leavening. So this layered into a Dutch oven is a really quick and easy recipe. I had all of my helpers in the kitchen with me today, so everyone got to add a little bit of something to the bowl and help me mix. This is actually a recipe that I made a lot growing up, and it's always a big hit with my family as well.
Hold on, this is Susanna's turn.
The third recipe that I'm going to make today is a classic favorite, and that is peach cobbler. I had left my recipe at home, but I have made this peach cobbler here at camp so many times that I'm just going to add things based off the memory from all the previous times that I made this. So I like to melt my butter in the Dutch oven, that way it's already in there and I don't have to dirty another pan. And then I pour the batter right over the top of the butter and spoon the pie filling over the top of the batter. This recipe comes from a can of peach pie filling from Duncan Hines, but today I just had some canned peaches, so I'm just going to thicken those with a little bit of cornstarch, and that worked just as well. For our last dessert, I'm going to make something that is similar to the other fruit bars that we made. I'm going to use the same pie filling, but use a different kind of dough. This dough takes a lot more butter, and instead of eggs, it takes egg yolks to make it a lot richer. And then instead of leavening, I'm going to use yeast to make it rise. This recipe is probably the most hands-on and the most time-consuming because the dough has to be kneaded, and then after it was kneaded, it needs to be chilled for about an hour before you can bake it. I used my biggest Dutch oven for this dessert because I ended up having a lot of dough and I didn't want it to overflow out of my smaller Dutch oven. It turned out to be the perfect amount for the Dutch oven that I used, and then when it was all done, I topped it with a powdered sugar glaze and made some whipped cream to go with it.